Well, welcome back to Trev's kitchen again, or galley. Yes, I'm back cooking again on the narrowboat. Another simple meal. Although the prep time on this one takes a little longer than some, it's still not a lot. It's basically dicing up vegetables, and the way I do it, dicing up the meat as well, and getting everything ready to go. It's still quite straightforward. And guess what I'm making? I'm making a chicken stir fry. Of course, the ingredients that I'm putting into this can be altered in any way you want. I'm using chicken, prawns or shrimp work just as well, even pork or even beef, you know, put in whatever you want. And of course, if you're a veggie or a vegan, leave out the meat, and I'm going to be frying mine in the chicken skin fat, using a natural fat to cook it all in. Much healthier than all these horrible things like all these seed oils and corn oils and so-called vegetable oils. You ever take the cabbage and squeeze all out of it? Doesn't work, does it? Let's get back to the cooking. I'm doing a chicken stir fry. As I say, if you don't eat meat or you're vegan or whatever, just leave out the chicken. And of course, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, cooking something different, you know what I mean. I don't know, walnut oil works very well for doing stir fries, by the way, so I recommend perhaps a walnut oil. Anyway, let's get down to the cooking. So I've prepped everything up. You don't really want to watch me chopping up vegetables and meats. There's 2 small chicken thighs there, which I boned and diced up or sliced up thinly. I've left the skin on, as you can see, because everything's going to be cooked in that fat. It really does add to the flavour. Here I've got a few carrots I've julienned and a few green beans I've chopped up. These are basically leftovers I've had kicking around and I needed to use them up. Not enough to make a proper meal with, but great when you combine them all together to make a stir fry. Here I had a leek which needed using up, so rather than using onion, I've used a leek. And in here there's a red pepper diced up as well, and these are the end bits of pak choy. I've got a pak choy in here which I've chopped up. I had an odd one kicking around in the fridge. Then I've got here a tomato cut up and the pak choy leafy bits and some mushrooms. And here is garlic and ginger diced up finely for the flavouring. There's other flavours going in, but let's get to it, shall we? So in view, hopefully, is the wok. Just turn the gas on. It's on high at the moment, it's just warming up through. And let's turn that down to about medium at the moment. I'm going to add my chicken. Should sizzle. Yeah, just about. And I'm just going to fry that off. We want to flavour everything as we cook. So I add a little salt to that. And a little black pepper. It's the only seasoning I'm adding at the moment. I just want to brown off the chicken a little bit first. I'll just move it around to start off with until it produces some fat. I don't want it sticking to the pan. Gee whiz, a bit of sunshine coming through. You can see it on the pan there, coming through the window. Cold outside though, very cold wind. Now of course, you could use chicken breast for this if you wanted to. I actually prefer the thigh meat. I think it's much more flavour to the thigh meat, and it's almost impossible to dry it out and overcook it. Although we're stir frying it, so it's not going to have a lot of cooking anyway. Right, that chicken's been cooking for 3 or 4 minutes now, probably about 4 minutes. I'm just going to give it another quick stir. You can see the fat in there now, it's come off of the chicken. That's okay. Chicken's starting to brown a little bit, just as we particularly want it. Don't want to overcook it yet, because it's still going to have quite a lot of cooking time with the rest of the ingredients. These take the longest to cook out of all the vegetables I have, so the carrots and the green beans are now going in. And we're going to give those about 2 minutes from the chicken before we add anything else. Right, I've decided there's a little bit too much fat in here out of that chicken. So a method I was showing you before, my last video, paper towel, soak up some of that grease out of the way. Not that much too much in there, but just a little bit too much. I don't want it floating around in fat. That's good. Now I'm adding the peppers and the leek and the bok choy stems. And at this stage I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. And if we don't have any fish sauce, just add a little more salt. So I'm going to add a little bit of fish sauce. And stir in. Now to add my ginger and garlic. I didn't add it right at the beginning because I didn't want it to burn. As you get more ingredients in there, the wok cools down a little bit more and you're less likely to burn it. Now I'm going to add my mushrooms. Of course, normally when I'm just cooking this for myself, I don't put it all in little dishes and bowls. I don't like making the extra washing up. I chop it up as I require it. Now to add some more seasonings. I'm putting a teaspoonful of paprika in. About, I don't know, quarter of a teaspoonful of hot chili powder. And about that much, big half spoonful of garam masala. All of those are optional, of course. Let's get that all stirred in and get those spices cooking off. Now at that stage it's gone a little dry. So I'm just going to add a teeny weeny bit of water. That'll just stop the spices from sticking to the bottom of the pan and burning. Then a splash of soy sauce. Don't want to put the soy sauce in too early because it might burn as well. It's looking pretty well cooked here now. Right at the end I'm adding the leaves and the tomatoes. Just toss that through basically. And just to finish it off, a touch of toasted sesame oil. Stir that in, and there's our stir fry done. Turn the heat off and time to plate it up. Now, if I was doing this for more than me, I'd probably add some noodles to this as well. But as this is just for me, and stir fries really doesn't keep very well, and this is a huge plate of food, I certainly didn't need any noodles in it as well. So there we have it. Quick and easy chicken and vegetable stir fry. I guess I better try it. Slightly on the spicy side because I did add that chilli, but I like mine a little spicy. So let's find a fork and try it out. Right, time to taste it. I just had tasted a bit actually. I forgot to turn the camera back on. So I've got some chicken and mushroom, and pepper, a few bits and pieces on the fork. There's some spice to it, but not being crazy spicy. The vegetables still have a crispness about them, which I like. And the flavours, absolutely wonderful. So there you have it. My easy stir fry. Chicken and vegetable stir fry that was. Obviously, leave the chicken out. You got a vegetable stir fry. I was cooking that for more than one person. I'd put a packet of noodles in it. I quite like noodles in a stir fry, but it's just too much for me otherwise. And when I was just using up those bits and pieces out of the pantry, it's a good way of just using them up and making a big meal there for me. So it'll keep me going all day today. Well, I thank everybody for watching, everybody for subscribing, and everybody that's new to the channel. You do get a few odd things from me. Besides the cruising videos, I do a few odds and ends on a Wednesday, and this is another one of those odds and ends on a Wednesday. Winter time I do more cooking videos, because I'm just not out and about as much. It's just not as nice, is it? The last few days it's been chucking it down with rain, so I haven't wanted to go anywhere. So yeah, big thank you goes out to everybody for watching, subscribing, and if you're not subscribed, of course, please do subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And about 60% of you that watch my channel are not subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is click the old button, subscribe. And if you click the bell button as well, and the all options, YouTube will inform you every time I upload a new video. Couldn't be simpler, could it? Well, that just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.